All right, folks, good evening from Anderson Stadium in Fort Valley, Georgia. Jeff Bell alongside Matt Perry, Jesse Fortson, and Vic Hedgepeth, our camera operator, and one of our newest members of the team tonight. We have Jacob Gresham, who is running our computer systems for us. Hey, welcome aboard, Jacob. All right, folks, we're getting on, started a little bit late here tonight, trying something new. We've had a change in programs. This is Peach County broadcast brought to you on Play On Sports. Folks, we got the the first round of the AAA state playoff matchup between the Peach County Trojans, number 2 seed out of Region 2, versus the number 3 seed out of Region number 3, Jefferson County Warriors. And small crowd on hand from the other side of the field. I guess about a 2-hour drive. The weather kind of kept some of it home. Hopefully they're catching us on our live cast tonight with, again, on Play On Sports. We want to appreciate Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Joanne Denning, Principal Mackey, Athletic Director Chad Campbell for making this possible for us tonight. We weren't sure if we were going to even get on the air. We are bare bones tonight, right, Jesse?
That we are. Also want to thank Dr. Bell here, along with the rest of the crew. Very excited to be broadcasting tonight, and so we're looking forward to a great game. Peach comes into this heavily favored tonight. One of the things that we should be able to look for them to do is hopefully be able to put this team away early, maybe rest some starters, get them away from necessarily hopefully keeping away from injuries. One thing that you see a 4-6 record for Jefferson County coming in. They played in a pretty decent region. They went 2-2 in the region. Were able to get in. They battled Thompson hard their last game of the season, but that can be a little misleading, that score. Thompson played their starters, I think, for about a quarter and a half, wanting to rest them for the playoffs as we come in. So, going to throw it back over to Jeff here.
Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, one thing we do want to take note of, if you guys will take a look at your video screen before the game gets going, we're about 6.5 minutes away from the game kickoff. Just kind of want to look at our sponsors. You've got the best deals on furniture and mattresses, owned and operated by Matt Perry. You can see his little logo up there on the screen. We're going to be flashing these up to you. We want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. We also have from Byron itself, you've got the Custom Golf and Driving Range, owned and operated by Ben McDaniel, where Jesse and I like to hang out in the summertime.
We do like to hang out there in the summertime. Go over there, hit some golf balls. You can get a whole bucket for, I believe, $5. Get you all the balls you'd want to hit.
That's right. And another great sponsor, On the Mark, T-shirt design shop. They do more than just T-shirts, but they're a big sponsor for Peach County Schools.
That's right.
And they do a great job on shirts, hats, banners, you name it. They'll make it for you.
You'll be able to have, I'm sure, tons of Peach County apparel here. They usually get really fired up.
That's right. We'll actually get into the On the Mark starting lineups here in just a few minutes. We also want to thank Sandy Davis from Real Estate South and Associates.
Sandy helped us find our house when we just got married. She's sure did.
A big part of my middle school council at the at Byron Middle School. She does a great job, with that as well. And then, so anyway, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We've got the K Center, and we're going to give you the K Center keys to the game here in just a minute. K Center the sponsor is actually Todd Youngblood, who kind of helps us out with that. Go ahead, Jesse.
And we want to say hello to Laura Cooper, famous English teacher, lit teacher here at the county high school. Yep. She's in the stands tonight. She looks a little cold.
She does look cold. It's Laura Cooper, mother of Jake, wife of Todd. And mother of Caroline also.
Caroline, that's right.
And again, we got a nice little crowd, coming in here tonight. We're going to kind of throw the starting lineups here for you in just a second. Let you see the On the Mark starting lineup. We're going to look at Peach County and their starting offensive line. And these are all new things for us. And Jacob, we're going to give him a workout tonight. So if you can, Jacob, throw them up there for us, and we'll kind of take a look at them and see what we've got. See if we can get this thing to work. There we go. So Peach County starting offense, you've got Greg Williams, Donovan Howard. Dylan Leach is in for the injured Matt Winters tonight. And then you've got Alex Dickey, Deontay Williams, Michael King, Keyshawn Lowe, Malcolm Colvin, DeAnthony Lamar, Sire Davis, and Alton Zanders. And, again, Coach Chad Campbell. Now, the starting lineup for the visiting Jefferson County Warriors. And we can get them up there. We're trying. We'll find them. Did it save them? Okay. We're not going to have them. I'll just give them to you as the game moves on. Okay. All right. We'll see if that shows up. Here we go. There we go. You've got Eddie Burton, Damian Farmer, Akevius Gilmore, Dalen Williams, Devin Brown, Jermaine Davis, Coco West, Justin Williams, Jebron King, Kentavious Murray, and Dexter Greer. And, again, coached by Coach J.B. Arnold. All right, we're going to throw it over to Matt for just a minute, and he's going to kind of give us the K-Center keys to the game for Peach County. Matt, what's Peach County going to have to do tonight? Because we got some folks that aren't playing tonight, and you can tell the folks at home listening and those in Jefferson County who may not be familiar with Peach County who we're missing tonight.
Yeah, we've got a couple of big keys out. Matt Winters got hurt last week. Had somewhat of a knee injury. They've been treating it all week long, and it doesn't appear that he's going to play tonight. Hopefully, if we play next week, he should be available next week. Just depends on how his treatment goes. We're pretty healthy as far as that goes. Coach Campbell and I weren't able to get together this week and get stuff done, but it works out and goes there. They're big. They're big. I'm sorry. We're reading text still. We're learning here as far as that goes. But they're big and they've got some very athletic young men over there. But I mean, they're 4-6, and they're number 3 in the region. But their 4 wins were all region game wins, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. 2-2 in the region. I'm sorry. So
you're wrong.
Wrong. Thank you. That's first time, new thing. So I'm wrong. So I'll get used to that. But it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Thompson, they played Thompson pretty tough, but from what I understand, Thompson pulled a lot of their guys because that was a game that really had already been decided win or lose as far as that goes. But we're gonna have to perform. DeMarcus didn't play last week, so he's been. Is he gonna be a little rusty? And when we had Carver. 2 weeks ago, as far as Carver goes, we just didn't have a lot of good stuff go on as far as that goes. We've made a lot of adjustments in the last 2 weeks, and it's going to be an interesting game. But we just got to play our ball game, and we need Greg to have a good game. He's going to have to step up at quarterback, and he's just going to have to make a turn and get a lot more comfortable in the pocket.
Okay. Well, thank you, Matt. All right, well, here come your Trojans onto the field, led by none other than Trojan man, Daryl Hawkins, and he's led them all the way to the 50, and he kept on going. He's down about 25, and he got the leggings on tonight. It must be a little chilly down there on the field. And we apologize for us not having a sideline reporter because we were pressed into this late by the school to do this, and we just don't have the necessary equipment yet. Hopefully we'll get something next week for the if we get through this game, we'll have something set up next week where we'll be back to normal. We're about 25 seconds away. We're going to keep it right here because we don't have commercials, but again, we do want to thank all of our sponsors. Jesse, go ahead.
Absolutely. I was going to say it's an interesting matchup tonight, pretty much playing the mirror image of this team offensively and defensively. Schematically, what Jefferson County is going to do is they're going to run a 3-4 on defense, almost a 3-5-3, and then as well on offense, they're going to run a spread. They usually run with 3 wide receivers for the majority of the game. I spent some time this week watching their game film from last year where they played Buford last year before, and had a pretty good team then. Tonight, the major thing that Jefferson County is going to battle is consistency. They've been inconsistent for most of the year. And with that, I think we're about ready here for kickoff. Dr. Bell has his space heater ready to go. A little chilly out tonight.
I did. I got that at Walmart. Actually, my wife bought that at Target. I'm sorry, Target. Two for $34. And they work fine. But we're getting ready for kickoff. Peach County in all black. Got it teed up. Jefferson County in the white shirts and gold hats. Alfredo Cervantes has got it teed up, ready to go. Peach County fans are getting into this, and they're ready to rock and roll, folks. So here we go with the first round AAA state playoff between Peach County and Jefferson County. The kick is away. Going to bounce at the 5. It's going to be picked up on the 5, out to the 10. 15, 20, and he's going to be brought down around the 22, 23-yard line where Jefferson County is going to take over first and 10.
And what Peach County is going to want to do here is force some 3 and outs. They didn't have a problem with that against Southwest Southwest really not that competitive this year, but really the last test that this Peach County defense has had was Carver, and Westmoreland getting those 3 and outs. That's something they're going to want to reestablish early in this game, and I don't think they'll have a problem doing that, stopping the spread of Jefferson County.
I agree with you, Jesse. So Jefferson County does come out in a spread. David Wright, the quarterback for Jefferson County, in a shotgun formation. Got number 9 going across in motion. Going to be a give up the middle, and he's going to be dropped for a gain of maybe a yard or 2. That's going to be number 28 on the carry for Nigel Mathis. Nigel Mathis on the carry for Jeffco.
One of the nice things about playing team is Peach County should be very familiar with that, seeing it several times, but they see it just about every week in practice.
Trying to get Jaybird to sit down from it so we can see. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Peach County looking like a blitz, and they back off of it. Give is going to be again to Williams, and he's going to get nowhere. He's going to push and power, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of about a yard. Again, that's Williams on the carry.
And after that play, a lot of guys standing around looking at each other, wondering what was going on. I think there were some missed assignments on the offensive line.
Correct that. That was a Nigel Mathis again on the carry, number 28. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for Jefferson County. They're at their own 26-yard line. We do see DeMarcus Robinson getting some playing time on the defensive side. Quarterback drops, looks, cross. He's going to be close to a 1st down, but I believe he's going to be marked about a yard short. See what Jefferson County decides to do, if they're going to punt this thing away or go for it on 4th and short.
And DeMarcus in on that tackle, gets up. It looks like he's getting up a little gingerly, walking back, and they're going to go for it here. Their special teams have been anything but special this year, Jefferson County, but you have to think here, going for it, if you don't make this, you're about to give the ball to a high-powered Peach County offense with a very short field to work with.
That is true. So we'll see what happens if they're going to go, if they're just going to line up. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout here. We are going to keep it right here because we don't have very many commercials. But we do want to thank our sponsors. We want to take a look at who we were talking about earlier. We got on the Mark, who's doing some things for us. Real Estate South, Sandy Davis, again, doing good things in Peach County. You also have, like I said, on the Mark, who does great work for both schools, or all the schools in Peach County, mostly there in Byron. And then you've got Ben McDaniel operating his golf driving range, which does a really good business in the summertime, and I think he's open daily, although he may not be there daily. But he is open daily. Right. And then you've got the best deals on furniture and mattress, owned and operated by Matt Perry. And then last but not least, we want to thank Todd Youngblood and the K Center for being one of our sponsors as well. And folks, if you would like to help us get this endeavor off the ground and do some things with us, get in touch with myself or Matt Perry or Principal Mackey at the high school and let them know that you are interested. All right, folks, here we're back at 4th and short. They're staying in a shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers, and they're just going to try and draw us off, it appears, and they're going to call another timeout. So they're going to burn 2 timeouts, Jesse, and I don't understand that one.
Yeah, you just kind of wonder if anybody's asking, can you call back-to-back timeouts? Yes, in high school and in college, you can call back-to-back dead ball timeouts. You cannot do that in the NFL, however. But there you just kind of wonder, you're burning 2 timeouts, and you almost wonder if they're going to come in and punt now, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. That's just baffling right there.
Yeah, so you got DeMarcus Robinson is going to be deep, standing between the 35 and 40-yard line to field this punt. And we're going to try and keep you posted with some scores later on tonight to kind of see how things kind of work their way out. The winner of this game is going to be playing against either Pierce County or Central of Carrollton. The kick is low line drive. It's going to be fielded by DeMarcus on the 40. He gets across the 45. I'm sorry, 45. Oh! He gets a great block. He's going to go down the sideline. He's at the 30, the 20, in the 15. He's going to be knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line. And I'm not sure who that block was, Number 6 for Peach County. Number 6 for Peach County. I believe that's might be Alex Dickey.
No, that's Gibson.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Tyler Gibson. He just did
That was an absolute decleater down here on the sideline. I mean, we broadcast with the windows open up here in the press box, and you could hear the pop, and that absolutely sprung that punt return. Holy moly.
So Peach County is going to take over in great field position after that 60-yard punt return down to the 15-yard line, 14-yard line by DeMarcus Robinson. So Greg Williams is going to come out under center. It appears with Keyshawn Lowe in the lone set. Peach County shifting to a heavy left side formation. Give is going to be to Lowe, who tries to get the edge, and he gets a hold out there on the block on the side, and the flag comes in. I can see it up here, Jesse.
Yeah, that was a pretty good hold. He got his money's worth on that one. That one's going to come back with that. I was going to say right before the play, I think Peach County is going to want to come out and establish the run. And one thing that they're going to want to do is exactly what they did there, except do a little bit better job of setting the edge. They've definitely this season been a run-first offense, but this is usually the range where they like to throw that back corner route to DeMarcus.
Yeah, that's going to back them up, and it's going to move it all the way back to the 26-yard line where it'll be first down and about 22 yards to go. Kind of pay attention to the center position tonight. Dylan Leach in there. I think he's played it before, but I'm not sure how much quality time he's had in there. DeMarcus Robinson is at the bottom of the screen alongside Syer Davis in the slot. Colvin in motion back across the formation. Greg Williams looks. He's got two open receivers. He hits Syer Davis at the 10, at the 5. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Peach County. 9 minutes and 17 seconds. That was an easy pitch and catch, Jesse.
Yeah, that's just a great play call right there. Just a nice toss by Greg Williams to get that out and get that guy out in space, and he's able to scamper in for the touchdown.
So Cervantes is going to come on to attempt the extra point after a 26-yard touchdown pass from Greg Williams to Syer Davis. DeMarcus Robinson is a holder. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, folks, with 9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Peach County strikes first. 25-yard touchdown pass from Greg Williams to Syer Davis.
Tell you what, that was impressive. That's all set up by that punt return. And one thing we didn't say during that punt return, that was all of about a 12-yard punt there by Jefferson County. One thing that they've struggled with all season is special teams in their kicking game, kickoff and punt especially. One thing they're going to want to do here is they're going to want to come out and move the ball. If they're really going to stay in this ball game, the last thing you want to do is go down 14-0 in your first round of the playoffs here. But Peach County's defense looks like they're fired up and ready to get some stops. I think it'd be safe to say that barring a large play, they're going to force another 3-and-out here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jesse. Just from the start of things, it looks like, Jefferson County's playing with hey, nothing to lose. We're just going to gamble and see what we can do and what we can make happen. And right now they look a little bit overmatched, even though we've only played about 4 minutes in the game.
Yeah, and you can just tell by the guys on the field. So far, the front seven of Peach County on defense has done a tremendous job in the 3 plays that they had, but also the offensive line is blocking incredibly well tonight. They've got some guys moved around, but they're blocking very well.
All right, folks, here we go, getting ready for the kickoff. And Cervantes' kick is high, it's deep, and it's going to be into the end zone where they're going to bring it out to the 20-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jefferson County Warriors. We want to say hi to all the folks out there that are listening and watching us tonight. Again, this is our initial, very first broadcast using Play On Sports. And we want to thank Jacob Gresham for making this thing possible by being our technology specialist tonight. We want to thank Ms. Denning, our superintendent of schools, who has the foresight to go look for things like this, and as well as Principal Mackey and our athletic director, our Coach Chad Campbell. We want to just thank everybody for giving us the opportunity to continue what we like to do, which is broadcast Peach County sports. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And here, Peach County, an interesting defensive formation. They go to a cover 2, move to a cover 1.
It's going to be a short gain up the middle, maybe a yard on the play. It looks like he was tackled by Chris Jackson. Again, folks, send us the text messages. Let us know how things are going tonight. Again, it's a new endeavor for us, and we want to make sure that we're giving you a quality product. We don't want to just put something out. We want to make sure everything is working good and sounding good.
As quality as we can be.
As quality as we can be tonight. That's right. We're going to make it better by next week. And that's our goal, is to improve week in and week out. Pass into the flat. It's going to be a short gain again. That was David Wright, who hit. He was looked like he was trying to hit. I don't know if that was Quarterman in the flat out there, but it's going to be for a short gain.
Have
8 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm sorry, Jesse.
Have a couple of quick scores. East Lauren is up 6-0 on McIntosh County Academy. Don't have a time on that one. Also, Westfield is up 3-0 over Trinity Christian Sharpsburg.
Thank you, Jesse. We're going to keep you posted all night long on potential matchups that are going on. Going to bring up third down, and looks like to be about 7 yards for the first down. David Wright again staying in a shotgun formation. Jeffco staying in a 4 wide receiver set. It looked like there's a little confusion going on here. They're going to burn their last timeout. I said, wow. So they're going to burn a timeout. That's going to be the third and final timeout. They just don't look ready right now.
Wow,
Jesse.
that's pretty bad when you're burning three timeout before you're halfway through the first quarter. Tell you what, that's just not going to get it done in the playoffs. That won't get it done in the regular season. This is something that they've been able to do all season long, actually. Give you a couple of more updates. Mary Person scores from 2 yards out to take a 14-6 lead over Statesboro with 9:38 left in the second quarter. And then also Northside, 27-0 up on Effingham County with 3 minutes into the second quarter.
My goodness, Northside ready for another deep run into the playoffs, looks like, in search of another championship. And again, folks, thanks to the sponsors that have come on board rather quickly for us. You've got the best deals on furniture and mattress, owned and operated by Matt Perry. You've got Custom Golf and Driving Range, owned and operated by our very own Ben McDaniel. And On the Mark, great T-shirt shop, banners, hats, jackets, you name it, they'll do it for you. And then finally, Real Estate South, owned and operated by Sandy Davis. Throw down the field's going to be almost intercepted. Could have been intercepted by number 20 for Peach County.
If Jefferson County's quarterback throws that a second and a half earlier, that's a completion. He had a window there. Just held the ball too long. Throws it, gives time for that cornerback to get over there. Another score update is Waco is up 27-0 in the second quarter.
Waco's playing Jackson or Pike?
They're playing a AAA high school.
They're playing one of our guys. I believe they're playing Jackson tonight. It might be Pike, but I think they're playing Jackson tonight.
Burt County 14, Perry 7, and Glenn Academy 7, Jones County Zippo.
The kick is high, and it's going to drop around the 50 and roll down inside the 40-yard line, inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line, where Peach County is going to take over 1st and 10. So with 7 minutes and 27 seconds, Peach County is going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Go ahead, Jesse.
And you were right. Waco is playing Pike.
Playing Pike. And Pike had hopes and dreams going into that game. Now, if they thought they could hang with Waco, we all knew different, I think. But they kind of thought they might be able to hang with them since they hung with us 24-14.
Yeah.
Not one of our best efforts this year. But so
tell you what, Waco's got a good team this year.
They're pretty good, yeah. Which if we make it and they make it, we could match up with them in the semifinals. That's correct.
It's going to be a good game.
The give is going to be to Keyshawn Lowe. He gets a good block on the edge, and he's going to be across the 40 to about the 42-yard line, which is going to bring up a 2nd down and 6.
And number 79, Dickey, leading the charge there. Read some information today that he actually might get an invite to the Rising Seniors All-Star game here in Georgia. So hopefully that works out for him. But he's been a dominant force playing tackle the entire season.
Yeah. And, again, we want to thank Todd Youngblood from the K Center, has also stepped up as one of our sponsors for this night's match. Keyshawn Lowe gets some good blocking on the edge out there, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. And where the side judge coming in, it looks like it's going to be enough for the 1st down, but we'll wait and see. They're going to measure, and they're just going to go ahead and call it.
And Peach County doing exactly what they wanted to do. They force a 3-and-out on defense again, receive the punt, and they're just going to work, running the ball. And I think they're going to continue to do that, throwing in a play-action pass every great once in a while. But right now the run is being effective. Peach County's offensive line is doing a good job of their pad level and really being able to reestablish the line of scrimmage a good 2 yards down the field. These backs are seeing some pretty nice holes so far.
And it is enough for a Peach County first down, and Peach County sprints to the line, coming out in a 3-wide receiver set. Greg Williams under center. Got Tyler Gibson and Deontay Williams at the bottom of the screen, and you have DeMarcus Robbins at the top. And he has got single coverage up there, Jesse. I'm not so sure if that's a good idea. Greg looks and looks. He's got a double move with DeMarcus. He's trying to hit him in stride, and he just overthrows him. Try to double move. Not played too badly by the corner out there.
No, and he had safety help over the top with that. They were playing a cover 2, but still rarely see anybody covering him like that. Most put 2 guys over there, if not completely shade the safety to his side of the field, and he's going to go ahead and come off to this play. Peach County coming out hurriedly.
It's going to bring us 2nd and 10. Trying to run something before Jefferson Co gets in a position. And the ball's going to be on the turf, and now we got a flag on the play.
And that's going to be
a false start.
Or an illegal shift. They had a couple guys moving there.
It is going to be a false start.
That might be the longest false start call I've ever seen a ref do.
I know.
I think he was trying to warm up a little bit.
That's what I was about to say. He's trying to get his hands warm. It is a rather chilly evening out here. You can kind of see the smoke from the grill kind of moving across. It looks like fog, but I think that's smoke. Jefferson County band's filed in here finally. They were arriving a little bit late. Again, it's about a 3-hour drive, 2 to 3 hour drive for some of these folks. We appreciate the drive, the trip that they've made. Greg Williams looks. He's got a screen pass with plenty of blockers in front, and it's going to be stopped well by Jefferson County. He had several blockers in front. And it's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards, maybe almost 10, which will bring up a 3rd and short.
If he had given his blocking just a chance to get a little bit further downfield, that could have gone for a bigger play. But as he starts to get in the crease there, that safety came up and just absolutely drilled him and moved him backwards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and pretty good distance here. It'll be interesting to see if Peach County tries to run here or if they throw the ball.
Tyler Gibson at the bottom of the screen, and Peach County with 3 wide receivers to the top. And now they shift and leave DeMarcus all by himself, Sire Davis and Howard to the left side of the right side. And now we got another flag. Peach County is they're almost outsmarting themselves a little bit.
And Walker for Waco just scored his 5th touchdown of the ball game. Waco is now rolling 34-0.
That's in the first half or the first quarter. Daggum. The score of or the game we're going to be watching or paying close attention to is going to be Central of Carrollton versus Pierce County, because that's who the winner of this match, this game is going to be. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that one for you guys as well. And if you're out there listening and you get a score for us, let us know. Text us, then we'll let everybody else know what's going on. Peach County with a 4 wide receiver set. DeMarcus Robinson is in the slot, it's going to be DeMarcus behind him. It would have been a circus catch.
It was behind him, but he had his hands on it, that's for sure. Going through the traffic to get that. Hate that he dropped that. Now Peach County is going to be forced to punt for the first time in the ball game.
Found out that Miss Denning is homesick tonight, we think, and if she's listening or watching this, I believe she may be. Just tell her, hope she feels better. And just
Chicken
to let her
soup.
know that Peach County Schools, we all love working in Peach County Schools, where we are learning today to lead tomorrow. That is the new vision statement there, Jesse.
I know. I was part of the community planning.
That's right.
On that.
And the ball's going to roll down inside the 5-yard line, which is going to be knocked dead on the 3-yard line, which is going to be great. Yeah, and we do appreciate everything that our central office folks do. Jacob sitting here, he didn't have to come up here on a cold night. He could have stayed home if he'd wanted to, but he said, hey, I'll help you guys get this thing running. So he's sitting here learning some football, and we got a heater going on here trying to keep us a little bit warm, but we get great support from him.
Jeff has a heater going on underneath there. I'm pretty sure he's hogging it all for himself.
I'm not, am I, Jacob? Well, it'll be okay. With the windows were down, but we can't have windows down in a football game. You got to have some weather.
Said by the man who brought his own space heater.
Okay. Jefferson Co in a 4 wide receiver set. Again, staying in a shotgun formation. It's going to be a give up the middle for a short gain, maybe a yard.
And just a score that's near and dear to my heart. I love saying that Deerfield Windsor 21, Tatnall Squares 0. That just makes me feel good.
Jesse loves giving those Giza scores.
Look, they're a legitimate football conference in the state.
Yes, sure they are. He is watching a game on his iPad over there, though. He's watching a team out of Tennessee, Webb.
You're watching Donaldson Christian play Webb, and Webb Knoxville has a pretty decent team. They've got a kid who's looking to go D1A, Ole Miss.
It's a tunnel screen. It's gonna be completed, and it's gonna be enough for a first down.
That play
pass
there
out there to number 7. I'm sorry, not number 7. I think it's number 3 actually. Xavier Hawthorne with a nice gain of about 18 yards, all the way out to the 25-yard line.
The play right there is well executed. The good thing is he got it out of his hand fast over to Xavier there. Offensive line didn't have to block much. Found a crease and got up the field. It was more of an exploitation of the coverage there than really anybody missing an assignment.
So it's 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Again, Peach County on top after the 26-yard touchdown pass from Greg Williams to Zaire Davison. As the snap is on the turf, and he's going to be hit hard and dropped inside the 20-yard line. Coming off the edge is number 23 for Peach County, and just straight leveled him there. That's McTavius Gibson. He saw an opening and took it, didn't he?
He did. That he did. Man, defense, you got to love it when the offense hands you gifts like that, high snap or bad snap there, and now it's really going to bring up 2nd and long, and Jefferson County digging themselves into quite the hole.
2nd down and 15, a loss of 5. He's going to have, again, Wright staying in a shotgun formation. He drops. He looks across the middle. He finally hits out in the flat. And it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards, bring up a 3rd and 10. Looks like he was hitting number 9, Chantrez Wicker.
And here, Jefferson County is pretty much going to be forced to throw the ball on this long 3rd down, which plays to the strength of the Peach County defense. By the way, if you're wondering, Webb is winning 37-0.
Yeah, I've played against Webb when I was in high school, and that was about the score in the first half.
They're good. They're really good.
Pretty good. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. They're about to go under 2 minutes in the first quarter. Got Lattimore in motion. William drops, looks out in the flat. He's got an open receiver, and it's going to be close to a first down. Coach Campbell not happy on that one. He hits number 21.
And he shouldn't be.
Quarterman. And it is going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Gibson right there, number 23, was playing out of position. He should have been in. Walton, who was playing the safety rolled coverage over, had the back, and so he should have stepped in front of that route and at least defended the pass. Instead, he's behind it, and Jefferson County able to pick up the first down.
And Coach Campbell's livid down there with the side judge. He's upset about something. I don't know if he's thinking it was a pick play or what. I didn't see it, but he's really upset. And he was letting the side judge or the back judge know.
Matt, what you got down? Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, we have no Matt down. We have Matt down there, but we have no communication with Matt down there. Right, the give is going to be up the middle, and he's going to pick up 3-4 yards across the 40-yard line. We're about to hit a minute remaining in quarter number 1.
And that last play for Jefferson, that might be the best blocking that they've had the entire night as far as running the ball, as evidenced by them picking up a 5-yard gain.
And that was Nigel Mathis on the carry. So Peach County's defense giving up a couple of first downs on this drive.
I was about to say the same thing.
2nd and 5. Again, the give is to Mathis, who's going to be hitting the backfield, but he's going to drive forward. Maybe a yard on the gain, or a yard to gain on the play.
they're really not running a zone read run on that. Quarterback is like he's just going to run right behind the running back. Usually when you do that, the option there is you read the defense, and if he comes crashing down, you'll keep the ball, and if he stays, you'll hand it off, and really not looking for the read. Looks like he's just handing it off there.
He looked like he just didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, here, you take it. I got it. You take it.
Yeah.
Again, Wright staying in a shotgun formation. They're staying with 4 and 5 wide receiver set. And Peach County looks like they're coming on a blitz, and there's a flag. We got a false start.
Let's see how long he does it here. For a solid 4 seconds, giving us the false start signal.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
I think he's a little cold.
I think so. Red Rover, Red Rover.
Or he's just wanting to show off the fact that he can do that.
That's right. Matt's going to kind of get some intel for us. I think he's going to come up here in just a little bit, either when he finds something out or when he gets too cold. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. So with at the end of one, Peach County is going to be on top 7-0. We're going to keep it right here, folks, and kind of want to, show you again, throw up some of our sponsors for you. Best deals on furniture and mattresses, again owned and operated by Matt Perry. Custom Golf and Driving Range, owned and operated by Ben McDaniel. Byron's own On the Mark, great place for T-shirts, banners, hats, whatever you may need, they can do it for you. And finally, or not finally, but Real Estate South and Associates, owned and operated by Sandy Davis. You're looking to relocate to Byron or Peach County, she can help you out. And then finally, we don't have their logo up this tonight, but you have the K Center, sponsored tonight by Todd Youngblood. And again, we thank Todd for everything he does with the K Center folks. And Peach County is going to have the ball. I'm sorry, Jefferson County is going to have the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 10. All right, Jesse, you got 1 quarter down. What's your give me your analysis of quarter number 1?
I think Peach County's offense has done a pretty good job here. I think the other thing is I've been kind of surprised that Jefferson County's been able to move the ball right here on this drive. Peach County's going to want to get the stop here.
He's going to try and get it down the field, and it's going to be intercepted at the 40-yard line. He's got some blockers in front. He's going to be chased down by number 28. That's Mathis, and that's a classic case of the receiver running a route that the quarterback didn't think he was going to run.
Yeah, that's what we call an arm punt. Man, turnover right there. That doesn't kill you because it's 3rd down, but you definitely don't want to give up field position. And honestly, watching their special teams, they probably ended up with better field position throwing the arm punt than they would have actually punted. But Peach County coming out, and they're running this hustle up to the line deal tonight. That's something new we haven't seen out of the Trojans
this year. Yeah, we haven't seen that this year. So Greg Williams is going to take over the Peach County offense at the Jefferson County 47-yard line. They are in man, and they're going to throw it down the field. It's going to be almost intercepted and should have been intercepted. Jerry Lattimore had it in his hands, and their 11 is not as good as our 11.
Yeah, and that was the wrong throw. The play was designed for that to go to Syer Davis, but DeMarcus had man coverage and was wide open in the middle of the field. He was running a post route.
2nd down and 10, Peach County. You got Donovan Howard and Nick Searcy in the backfield for Peach County. Greg drops, short drop, looks. It's going to be almost again intercepted, but this time by T.J. Clark. And I tell you what, they're going to have to run a double move. I think, Jesse. I think that's what they're going to, because they're just squatting on these short routes. And the way you beat that is, again,
and honestly, that's where Peach County kills you. It's not on the long ball. They'll hit a couple of those home runs, but it's really in these intermediate routes. And with that, you're taking a gamble that they're not going to hit the home run ball.
See if they don't do something like that here. If they don't run a double move of some kind. And they're going to try and run. I bet they run a sprint draw. Nope. Greg Williams looks. He got plenty of time. He's scrambling a little bit. Not sure why he's scrambling. He got plenty of time, but he's going to get out to the right side, and he's not going to get enough for the first down. But they're going to have a late hit, looks like. Maybe it's happened on their sideline. He went out of bounds, and then we saw a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Normally don't get that on the opposing team sideline.
Nah, you usually don't, but I think what got it is the fact that Greg Williams wasn't trying to get down into the field anymore. It was obvious he was trying to get out of bounds.
That needs a quarterback. Personal foul.
Tell you what, though, those last 3 plays for Peach County were not well executed. And there he really could have stayed in the pocket. There was no need for him to scramble. Peach County once again running up to the line, sprinting it.
Yeah, they did. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Peach County on the Jeffco 27-yard line. Give is going to be low, and he gets a good block on the inside. That's actually Searcy who keeps his feet moving, and he's just trying to get outside. They're going to blow it dead, but he's going to mark forward progress. Is going to be around the 22-yard line where the referee gets hit in the back with the football. Keyshawn Lowe coming into the game, and you've got Searcy coming out. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. It's going to be a draw up the middle, and there's going to be stopped for no gain. Keyshawn Lowe, and it's like the guys forgot to block.
Yeah, one thing that Jefferson County's done a lot better on this defensive series is their defensive line has done a better job of getting off blocks and be able to make the play there. And really, this drive would probably be over if it wasn't for – and they need some medical attention or something. Something's going on out there.
Okay.
Tell you what, there's some stuff going on over there with Jefferson County defense.
Okay. Clock's moving. We're about to hit 10-minute mark. To give is to Lowe on a stretch play. He gets a block on the outside, but he breaks a tackle, but he's not going to break a second. And then we have a late hit and another flag, and it was obvious that, the play was dead, and it's going to be another 1st down.
Tell you what, Jefferson County acts like a bunch of fools right now. Guys on the sideline are screaming at guys on the field. Guys on the field are screaming at each other. They just look like, honestly, they look like they have no clue what they're doing.
They do. I saw, I'm not going to give his name or number, but you probably saw him come off the sideline with his helmet in his hand. He's just screaming and yelling at somebody.
And all that does is cause more stupid penalties like that. The coaching staff isn't doing that, but and matter of fact, coaching staff is telling some of these players, you need to stay back and let us do the coaching.
I just noticed this, too, with their coaching staff. They're all wearing shorts.
That's a man's game.
I guess. It's going to be a 1st and goal, and it's going to be up the middle, and it's going to be close to a touchdown, but I think they're going to say he's short at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, Jefferson County's shooting themselves in the foot here defensively.
Yeah, they are, and it's a team like that's going to have to come in and expect. They need to play the perfect game if they're going to have any chance, and so far they're playing anything but a perfect game. It's just going to be up the middle. It's going to be close, and we'll see what they mark. And they do say touchdown, and now their Jefferson County players are just going nuts. I think that was Donovan Howard, I believe, on the carry. I'm gonna say it was, so we're gonna give it to him. So Alfredo Cervantes is on to attempt the extra point with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Peach County about to go up 14-0 pending the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, folks, with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half, Peach County on top, 14-0. And thanks to Jefferson County's lack of composure, Peach County was able to capitalize on two costly penalties that they had us stopped on third down, if not for personal foul penalties that kind of helped us go down the field.
And they had a perfect opportunity to be able to stop Peach. Peach looked a little sloppy in their execution for a couple of plays. And the drive was extended 2 times by dead ball penalties. And looks like the Jefferson County band finally showed up.
Yeah. And they also had should have been 2 interceptions that they dropped as well that at the beginning of that drive. So Peach County was living dangerously but was able to capitalize after some miscues by Jefferson County. And we'll keep a track on it tonight. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 on the field, Jesse. Not 12, but 11.
Let me just say this. Peach County did not lose to Carver because they had 12 guys on the field. It didn't matter. They got punched in the mouth and lost.
By all 12 of them.
Trust me, Peach County would have needed 14 guys to stop that offense.
It's tough enough to beat them with 11, but when they throw 12 out there, it does make it difficult.
Jeff Bell, the ever apologist for Peach County athletics, I'll just say they got beat fair and square.
The kick is away, and it's going to be taken on the 5-yard line. It's going to go straight up the gut, break it out to the left. He's going to try and string it out, and he's going to be dropped around the 25-yard line where Jefferson County is going to take over 1st and 10. So with roughly 9 minutes remaining in the first half, Peach County is going to be on top, 14-0. So far, Peach County looks a little rusty, but they're taking advantage of some miscues, which good teams will do that. You give them an opportunity, they're going to take advantage of it.
Walker for Waco has now tossed his 6th touchdown pass of the game. Waco's rolling 48-0.
Why are you still throwing the ball when you're up 48-0?
I think it was still the first half.
I got you. Staying in a shotgun formation. You got right. The give is going to be up the middle. He's going to try and get outside. They're going to say the ball is out, Peach County, but the side judge is coming in saying it's down. And that would have been a scoop and score, as Jesse likes to say.
The scoop and score. Give you another score update. Carver up big, 35-6 over Dodge. Second quarter.
All right, so Mr. Warren K-Mac listening at home tonight should be loving that score.
You know what? He can take us to he can take us to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's after that one.
All right, so we got 4 wide receivers on the right side of the formation and 1 on the left. They're just going to try and throw a screen to get a good block out here, almost a hold, but he's going to be across the 50-yard line. That's number 21, Cartavius Quarterman. That was a nicely designed play, but Coach Campbell is like livid down there. He's screaming at a couple of the players, Alex Dickey and
took back angles and then just didn't get a box either. Any defensive coach will be upset over that. Sure.
Yeah, and Gibson was the other one. He was kind of instructing how to defense that play. No, they're going to try it to the other side now, so they line up in the same formation, just drop it to this side, and they do try the same play, and we'll see if they get it again and again. It's the same play, and it's the same result. Another 25-yard game.
Tell you what, he was getting close to getting DeMarcus turned around there. DeMarcus sticks with it, doesn't turn his hips, and gets the tackle there, and really a touchdown-saving tackle.
Okay, so now I guess if I'm Jeffco, I just line up on the other side and try it again.
Run to the wide side for sure. By the way, score update, Webb 44, DCA 0.
Yeah. Kind of expected that. Clock is moving. 1st and 10 for Jefferson County at the Peach County 22-yard line. It's going to be a give up the middle to right. Who gets a good block? Moves it down inside the 15. That's David Wright. I'm sorry. Is that David Wright on a keeper?
Tell you what, kind of surprised Jefferson County being able to move the ball here. 2 big plays, and even there, gaining 8. Yeah. They look in prime position to score here.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 2 for Jefferson County at the Peach County 14-yard line. It's going to be a give up the middle, and he's going to follow his blocker down inside the 5. He's going to try and just drag people with him, and they're going to say there's stop forward progress at the 4.
Kind of an early whistle.
It was an early whistle, especially with the guy still moving forward.
Still moving forward and fell forward. Looks like he almost fell into the end zone.
I think he did fall into the end zone.
Tell you what, Peach County needs to stiffen their backs here. They've been that play wasn't finesse like these wide receiver, these tunnel screens we've seen. That was just line up and push them back.
Just gashed for some yardage. Not sure why the clock's not moving. I guess it was a first down. Trying to discuss something with the Peach County defense down there. The white hat seems to be telling them, giving them some instructions, maybe trying to cool folks down. Going to line up in that kind of strange formation. It's going to be Nigel Mathis, and he's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be stopped for no gain, second down and goal from the 4. First and G. Low snap. He's going to drift. He's going to go into the end zone if he wants to. He could have walked into the end zone, I believe.
If he just takes 3 strides forward, that's a touchdown.
He had that opportunity to go take about 2 or 3 strides, and then the DB break to him. He just pop it over his head for a touchdown, and he just threw that one straight into the dirt. So it's going to be third and goal from the 4. Peach County's defense trying to hold the line here.
This will be a huge stop. I think Jefferson County's definitely going to go 2 plays here.
Right. I would imagine this is 4-down territory for them, the way they went earlier in the game. We're going to have a false start, I believe.
On their guard. Good news for the Trojans. That's going to back them up 5 more yards.
It is. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
The one thing that does, though, for Jefferson County's offense, if they're going to throw the ball, a lot of defenses play zone coverage down in the end zone just because the zones get a lot smaller because you have an extra defender now. You have the back of the end zone. Be interesting to see here if they try to throw the ball or if they're really going to play 2 downs, play this as 2 downs. It might affect the play calling here, but they're going to throw it.
5 wide receivers. And David Wright again. Been in shotgun all night long. And he's going to get pressure. They're just going to throw it down the field. And he's going to catch it. And he's going to be in the end. It's going to be a touchdown in the corner of the end zone.
Tell you what.
That's Terry Lattimore.
And that ball took about 5.5 minutes to the wide receiver. Coach Campbell's not going to be happy about the defensive effort on that last play. Good blitz, but very poor coverage. And it's not because there weren't guys over there. They were there, just couldn't make the play.
So pending the extra point by number 11, Jerry Lattimore. It's going to be 14-7. Kick is I'm not sure how he got that, but they're saying it's good. And that's going to be 14-7 with 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the first half on a 9-yard touchdown pass from David Wright to number 11, Jerry Lattimore.
And Peach County is going to want to keep playing sloppy. They're really going to need to sharpen things up a little bit in the playoffs. Even if you're playing a team you're favored against, you don't leave these guys hanging around.
No, because all it takes is a play here and a play there. Before you know it, you're trailing. So we'll see what Peach County does. They got 6 minutes left in this second quarter. We'll see if they can drive it down the field, put some more points on the board before halftime. kick is going to be fielded short on about the 20-yard line. It's going to go straight up the middle, get some good blocks. It's going to be all the way out to around the 40, mark him down at the 38.5, 39-yard line where Peach County is going to take over. It's Nick Searcy on the kickoff return. I tell you what, though, Jesse, for a small band, they sure put out some noise.
Yeah, they do. They're probably one of the loudest bands, visiting bands we've had here in the Valley.
Southwest was pretty loud last week.
I wasn't here last week. I was up in Nashville.
The best part of last week's game was the battle of the bands after the game.
Oh, I bet.
It was something people waited for all night long, and it lasted about 30 minutes. Greg Williams under center. The give is going to be to low, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards, hit in the backfield, but breaks the tackle. He's going to pick up 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Peach County coming out with one wide receiver. It's going to be low on a stretch play outside, a sweep, and he's only going to pick up a couple yards. Just got a text from Mr. K-Mac. Said, video's good, sound is good, and he's rooting for Carver.
I bet he is.
Yeah, like they say, Carver, real home of the 12th man.
You're killing me. Next thing you know, you're going to start. I'll say it right after this play.
Oh, the ball's going to be on the turf, and it looks like
Jefferson County's got it.
Jefferson County's going to come out of there with it.
Huge turnover.
I'll tell you what, though, you give a team some life and you give them some hope, and you never know what might happen.
Well, if we've said this constantly, this is just kind of a rule of football. If you get favored and you begin to get sloppy in your execution, you begin to turn the ball over, and penalties, you're going to let an inferior opponent stick around longer than they need to. And Jefferson County here with the chance to tie the ball game up. Just kind of shocking there on just a very simple quarterback-center exchange.
I see him down there with Greg Williams and Dylan Leach, who, again, Matt Winters is not in the game, so Dylan's having to play center, and they're down there getting the ball, and they're going to practice some snaps. That's a couple of times that's happened tonight. So we got a new running back in there, and he kind of gets through the crease, and he's going to get down the field for a big gain of about 15 yards. That's number 21, Cartavius Quarterman, who just found him a nice little seam and made it through.
And Peach County, again, having bodies right there at the point of attack, but nobody's getting off blocks to make that tackle. He was tripped up, but able to keep his balance and run for that first down. Peach County is going to need to get a stop here.
Got 4 minutes remaining in the first half, and Jefferson County's threatening. They're inside the Peach County 30 or 25. And again, it's going to be this time Nigel Mathis, who just shredding the defense, pick up of another 15 yards down to the 15-yard line.
And unlike in the last play where Peach County did have bodies at the point of attack, that time there was nobody there. He didn't get touched until he was 6 yards down the field and just gashing into the secondary. Been surprised that the run game for Jefferson County in these last 2 drives was largely non-existent. In their first 2 drives has just absolutely been gashing the Trojans.
So Peach County in a little bit of trouble here as we move under 4 minutes in the first half. Again, it's just going to be Mathis who bounces off of a would-be tackler. He's going to pick up several yards down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. A pickup of, looks like about six yards.
And there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's holding.
Oh, I see it. Sorry, missed that one.
Nope, it's going to be on the defense.
Calling a face mask on Peach County. So that's going to move it on down half the distance. It should be down to about the 4-yard line, which is probably going to, which will give them a first down, I believe. It is going to be 1st and goal for Jefferson County at the Peach County 4. And they come out with that 4 wide receiver set that they ran so successfully with those tunnel screens earlier. It's just going to be Mathis up the middle, and he's just going to rumble into the end zone untouched for a touchdown pending the extra point. We're going to have a tie ball game.
Tell you what, there's almost no excuse for a running back in a spread playing against a 3-4 to be able to run up the gut, run right between the center and the guard and not get touched by anybody. There's too many guys playing upright for that to happen. Tell you what, there's a whole new ball game right now, 14-14 or 14-13 pending the extra point. The last one was a little bit of an adventure.
Yeah, I would expect one of these to be blocked. We had it blocked last time. We just ran past it. And again, the same thing. And I don't understand how. But with 3 minutes and 42 seconds, it's a tie ball game, folks. That's right. It's a tie ball game. 9-1 Peach County, number 3 in the state, versus unranked and 4-6 Jefferson County, tied 14-14. No one is more surprised than me or you, Jesse, I would think. See what Coach Campbell, he's in the huddle down there. He's not very happy. He's trying to pep them up. Their crowd's all fired up, and their players are getting their crowd fired up. Hey, you look over there now, Jesse. They think they can win this ball game.
And that's exactly what you don't want to do. You want to come in and as we used to have a group of boosters, they would say, once you kick a guy down, kick him in his throat. You want to keep him down. Peach County unable to do that defensively or offensively, and unless Jefferson just kind of crawl back into this ball game.
Well,
we'll see what Peach is able to do. Maybe regain some of this momentum.
Yeah, and we do get the ball the first in the second half. So we can put some points on the board here and then get the ball come out in the second half and put some points on the board. Who knows? Might be a different here, but we're going to see what the kick is. It's going to be a pooch kick. It's going to be taking it to 35 up, and Nick Searcy gets a block, and he's going to be out to the 40.
Guy there.
Just got a text message, and this is what it says, and it probably just is what everybody in Peach County says. Wow, I am shocked.
Yeah, I think we are too a little bit. I would have to say after watching some tape of Jefferson County this week, this is by far the best they've looked on offense against another defense.
Peach County looks like they mean business here. They're not trying to rush up and just run a play. Looks like they're going to work on something. They come out. They got 4 wide receivers. You've got Keyshawn Lowe in the backfield with Greg Williams. Give is going to be to Keyshawn. He gets a good block on the edge, but he's going to stumble, tripped over the 38-yard line, and he stumbles forward. It's going to be a second down, a gain of about 4, second and 6.
Tell you what, if the turf monster doesn't get him, he's got some speed to get downfield.
Yeah, he had some good blocks. DeMarcus had a good block on the edge out here, as well as Sire Davis.
And Jefferson cover 1 defensively, so if DeMarcus can get past his man, he won't have double coverage staff to deal with.
No, they're going to change it a little bit, and they get max protection to the left side. Running out of time. It's going to be Keyshawn. He gets a nice block up the middle, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Stumbled over the 50-yard line into Jefferson Co territory to the 48. That was a nice block at the point of attack there by the guard in the center.
Well, and good thing that play off right before they snapped the ball. The referee was just about to pick his whistle up and blow the play dead.
2 minutes and 40 seconds. Peach County driving, trying to put some points on the board. Answer. They've had 14 unanswered points by Jefferson County to tie this game up late in the second quarter. Again, it's going to be to Lowe, and he's going to get a good block out here on the edge, and just an arm tackle by number 6, Damian Farmer, kept him from going down the sideline, but it's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards, second down and 6.
I'll tell you the thing that Peach County is doing well on this drive is guys on the edge are blocking a lot better on this drive than they have the previous 2 offensive possessions.
Yeah, we just got to watch out for the holding call. Sire Davis split right. DeMarcus Robinson, the bottom of the screen. got single coverage at this point. We'll see what happens if the safety's going to work over the top. Greg looks. He's got DeMarcus down the field, but he's got pressure, and he's going to have to scramble up the middle of the field. He's going to be stopped for no gain, maybe even a little bit of a loss. He had DeMarcus down the field if he had a little bit more time.
Tell you what, he did, and having to get away from backside pressure there. But the other thing that happened is he was coming forward. He got wrapped up very awkwardly from the hips, and you don't want him banged up, that's for sure. And might have lost the ball there towards the end. I know it came loose. I think it was the ground doing that. But coaches over there on the Jefferson County sideline definitely wanted that call to fumble.
A minute and 20 seconds. Peach County's driving, or trying to drive anyway, and put some points on the board. Greg moves to his right, looks downfield, and he throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to hit Sire Davis. And
that was a great defensive play. By the secondary there.
I'm sorry, Jesse's going to bring up a punting situation for Peach County.
The other thing is Jefferson County doing some odd things with their defensive linemen. Far side of the field from us is lining up a good 4 yards back from the line of scrimmage in a 4-down technique, playing a 7 technique out there, but 3 yards off the ball, still coming forward to rush. Kind of interesting there, and Peach County going to punt, and if the County can just hold on for a tie, this is a big win for them for the first half anyway.
Yeah, Peach County's shifting around a little bit, and DeMarcus is going to try and go, and he's just going to kick it away, but it's going to be picked up on the 25, and then the guy's going to fall down, and it's a good thing for Peach County. But that was
I don't think I've ever in my entire life seen as many almost block kicks as I have seen in the last 5 minutes.
Could have been disastrous for Peach County in a lot of different ways. You could have got a hurt DeMarcus. You could have got a block punt. You could have had a punt return.
Here's what a coach would tell you: when you get down there, the place you want to aim for is 1.5 feet in front of his kicking leg, and that's just about with any kicking thing when you're coming in from the side there. Hadn't quite gotten there yet.
No.
Only for Peach County able to get the ball off.
Well, we haven't talked about it, but we'll see. I'll talk about it after this play. They're going to try and run that. They're going to run it again, and this time Peach County is going to defense it great, and I hope they're probably going to call a timeout because they have 3. But that was what I was going to say. Jefferson County had burned all their timeouts. So
in the first quarter.
In the first 3 minutes of the game. So we thought that would come back to haunt them, and it hasn't really bothered them because they've scored, last couple of plays or last couple of times they had the ball. So Peach County's they had 3. They're going to use all 3 of theirs to force a punt and hopefully get a block out of this. I would hope.
Give you a quick score update. Northside is winning 40-0. Wow, they're really rolling over Effingham County. Carver Columbus 35, Dodge 14. Lamar County 30, Cook 6, Baldwin. Halftime score 7, Wayne County 28.
Wow. Okay. What was Baldwin coming in? Were they a 2, 3, or 4 seed?
They were a 4A seed.
Yeah, while we're waiting, again, we're kind of run through our sponsors a little bit. We want to thank Matt Perry at Best Deals on Furniture and Mattress, Ben McDaniel, owner and operator of Custom Golf and Driving Range, Dorinda, owner, and I over on the Mark. Great T-shirt shop. And Sandy Davis, Real Estate South and Associates. And then finally Todd Youngblood and the folks over at the Case Center. And again, our very own Peach County School System, Superintendent Denning, along with Principal Mackey, Athletic Director Chad Campbell, making this possible for us to do this tonight. Tie game, folks, 14-14, 46 seconds, second down and about 14 yards to go. Peach County trying to put some pressure, and he's going to try and drift outside, and it's going to be almost intercepted, knocked down, and that's great because that helps Peach County conserve a timeout in case they need that.
It does. If I'm Jefferson County, I'm trying to run the ball here. You've been successful in doing it over your last couple of drives. It also helps take some time on the clock. Last thing you want to do is turn this ball back over to Peach County and let them get some momentum going into halftime. I'll tell you what, that ball hung up in the air for 14.5 minutes. And that's why Peach County's able to knock that ball down. Matt just made it back up here to the booth. He is freezing.
It's cold.
He goes over.
It's cold.
He goes over to the Jeff Bell
y'all laughing at my heater. You're not laughing at it now.
I love this thing.
It's set 3rd down and 14, 41.9 seconds remaining, folks, and we're going to see what happens here. And it's going to be up the middle. But he's not going to – Mathis is still driving. He's not going to have enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 yards to go, 34 seconds. It's going to force a punt from Jefferson County. Peach County, again, taking the timeout. They do have one remaining. And we'll see if they come after this, which I'm sure they will, because like Jesse said, Matt, we've seen more almost block kicks tonight than I think I've ever seen.
We're taking a long time to punt them, too.
Well, punts, extra points, the whole deal. So
it's good, brother.
It's working fine, yeah.
Yeah, it's something we also need to talk about during halftime is something very sad is Hostess going out of business.
I know,
no more
Twinkies.
Ding-dongs. Guys, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to wonder if Michelle Obama's Get Fit initiative. I'm just saying.
No.
By the way,
I don't think she makes laws, Jesse.
By the way, Coach Parker's son, Thad, we worked together for a while. He used to go deep fry stuff for us, and he would go and deep fry Twinkies. Let me tell you, boys.
Yeah.
Delicious.
No. The Get Fit initiative or whatever they call that. I think it's working. And I think there's been some good effects to that, but I think that's the USDA that's doing that. So here goes the kick, and we're going to see this has always been eventful. Tried to get us to jump off, but it didn't happen. Here comes the kick, and it's going to be, golly, still can't believe how come that wasn't blocked. It's going to be a nice roll down inside the Peach County 40 down to the 35-yard line, 37-yard line, where it's going to be blown dead, 1st and 10. Peach County does have one timeout, so I imagine they're trying to matriculate the ball down the field to the point where they can either kick a field goal or maybe even get a break and get a touchdown out of this. But we're going to bring on Matt Perry here in just a few minutes with his assessment coming from the sidelines, his assessment of the first half, and then we'll move into the K-Center keys to the second half about midway through the halftime festivities. Again, we do want to thank all of our sponsors, Best Deals on Furniture and Mattress, the K-Center, On the Mark. Greg Williams looks, and he's going to wide open. DeMarcus out of bounds at the 48, 17 seconds. Took a few seconds off the clock.
I was going to say, that's the kind of play you expect a senior to make. Catch the ball, get out of bounds as soon as possible instead of trying to get up the field and get some more yards.
So Jefferson County is giving Peach County all they can handle, and they're gonna measure this. Somebody's yelling. No, they're measuring for a first down. So, again, we do want to thank our sponsors that we have out here tonight, folks. We have Sandy Davis with Real Estate South and Associates. Best Deals on Furniture and Mattresses.
Roberta, Georgia.
Custom Golf and Driving Range.
Ben McDaniel. Byron.
On the Mark, custom screen printing. We aim to please.
Let me tell you, that's a great place to go get your T-shirts, and I know they'll be selling.
They will. And finally, Todd Youngblood and the folks at the K-Center.
And we'll get their logo next week.
We will have their logo up here next week.
We got to win that.
We'll still have their logo up even if we don't win. Because they paid us to.
That's right.
Look at this defensive end. Look, he's playing that 7 technique over the top. Look how far he's going to get off the ball. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's way back. They're running that little circle thing around and doing what they're doing, and it doesn't work. You're about to see this, and he's jumping into the neutral zone. And Greg Williams looks down the field, and he's going to get out of bounds. Yeah, the guy was jumping into the neutral zone, and they didn't call it. It's 12 seconds remaining. They've got enough time with a timeout to probably throw it in the middle of the field if they want to. One time, anyway.
The reason I don't like that circle technique, what they were just doing there, is at the snap of the ball, you can be moving backwards instead of forwards. And when you're pass rushing, it's all about first step.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're just kind of
stupid.
They don't really know what they're doing. Greg drifting, throws, and he gets DeMarcus outside, 7.5. We're at the 26 26-yard line, 27-yard line, and I
they've
think they'll
got-
take one more shot, and then they'll call it. I throw it down the middle of the field, take a shot.
They've got 2 more plays left in this half. This is right here. You got to tell Greg Williams, the quarterback from Peach County, you've got to tell him if it's not there, throw the ball away.
Well, part of the problem is he's rolling right or left, and it's taking about 2 or 3 seconds to do that. He needs to just drop and throw it and then go from there. Greg looks, he drops, he throws it. He's got a wide open DeMarcus, and it's going to be dropped with 1.9 seconds. It was deflected and almost caught by
almost
DeMarcus.
Picked if Jefferson County got back there. I think that was number 25. Was able to secure the ball there. That's a pick in the end zone, but he's unable to secure it. DeMarcus almost able to come down with it for the touchdown, just unfortunately not be able to get it. And they're going to go for a long field goal here. This is going to be what, a 40?
Looks like it's going to be a 45-yard field goal by Cervantes. So we'll see what happens with this one. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is going to be no good, I don't believe. It's going to be wide left.
It was short and left.
So, folks, with the end of the second quarter, your score is going to be 14-14. That's right, 14-14, Peach County and Jefferson County. We're going to step away for just a little bit, folks. You're listening to you're listening to the Peach County and Jefferson County first round playoff game on Play On Sports. All right, folks, back at Anderson Stadium, getting ready to start second half. 14-14 is your halftime score. Yeah, that's right, folks. 14-14 is your halftime score. We're gonna go to Matt Perry right now. He's back up here in the booth. He's kind of thawed out a little bit, and he's going to give us the K-Center keys in the second half. Matt, go ahead.
Warmness is great up here. Jeff, we just got to stop them in the middle. I mean, the key's going to be defensively. We got to stop them. And, I mean, offensively, I don't think we've really done a lot of stuff, been pretty vanilla as far as I can tell in offensive. But defensively, we just got to stop them. They've gashing us up the middle. We're just going to have to stop the run. I mean, I know y'all don't like to talk about the young man, but I'll talk about him. The quarterback's he doesn't look good at all as far as that goes. He's a good athlete, but he just doesn't look like he's throwing the ball. If we put him in a position where they got to throw the ball, I think it's just going to be good. And your heater's flipped over, but it's a fire. But we have got to stop the run. Stop the run. But again, y'all, I mean, Carver ran all over us. Can we stop the run? How about that?
Yeah. So what do you think the biggest? Do you think there's an impact with Matt Winters not being in there at center because we've seen some bad exchanges? How much do you think Greg is worried about the exchange and not so much concentrating on everything else? Because he has had a couple of bad exchanges, one of them resulting in a fumble that they did recover.
Sure. I mean, it's got to affect him. I mean, you've played 10 games with your hands there, and you're comfortable with that center there, and you change a little bit, and I'm sure they'll get it down. It's a little cold too, Jeff. It's cold down there, and that football slippery as cold as it is.
Yeah, well, we're getting ready for the kickoff here in the second half. Peach County is going to be receiving, and back deep and not really deep, only about the 20-yard line. You have DeMarcus Robinson alongside 6. I think that's Tyler Gibson, and the kick is going to go to Gibson. He's going to take it on the 25, and he's going to work his way up. He gets a nice little lane. He bounces it outside, but he's not going to go. He's trying to break some tackles, but he's going to be at the 40-yard line.
Don't run backwards.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jesse. All right, it's a couple of stats from the first half. Peach County had 9 first downs. Rushing, they had passing 5 of 11 for 70 yards, 15 rushes for 48 yards, and 3 penalties for 23 yards. Jefferson County had 8 first downs. They were 9 of 13 with an interception and 99 yards passing, 16 rushes for 71 yards, and had 4 penalties for 35 yards. 2 big penalties that kept drive alive that resulted in some Peach County points. It's going to be Greg Williams. Looks, he pulls it. He's got it. Matthew Colvin across the middle, 80. He's going to be at the 45-yard line to pick up a 15 yards, 1st and 10 into Jeffco territory.
And one comment about that question that you asked earlier, Jeff, about Winters being out. I actually think it's affecting them more on defense than it is on offense. He's a big presence in the middle of that defense. See if Peach County is going to be able to move the ball here.
I agree with you. They're kind of going in a little bit of a hurry up and a no huddle. And the give is going to be the low up the middle. He gets a couple of good blocks at the point of attack, and he's going to be inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Pick up of about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Again, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. We let them roll during the halftime. Some longer than others. That's right. We had, again, thanks to all those that's able to help us out tonight. Bring up 2nd down. It is 2nd down and 5 at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Robinson, Zaire Davis at the bottom of the screen. Greg Williams under center. Williams drops. He comes to the right, rolls out. He hits his Deonta Williams, who breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles. It's going to be knocked out, enough for a 1st down. Inside the 35, going to be marked at the 32-yard line of Jefferson County.
Pretty bad tackling there by the Jefferson County defense on that play.
Moving it. No, it's not. Keyshawn Lowe with a sweep to the left side. Pickup of about 5 yards.
There's not a delay here, by the way. Jeff was just really concerned about his heater instead of calling the play-by-play.
Someone knocked it over. It's not working any longer. 2nd down and 5 for Peach County. They are going to be at the Jefferson County 27-yard line. Greg, up the middle. It's going to be Keyshawn. He's just going to power his way inside the 25, down to the 20, enough for a first down. First down, Peach County, 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Peach County taking the ball on their own 30, moving it down the field. A couple of first downs, Colvin in motion. Greg Williams fakes the dive, and he looks out. He's got an open receiver. He hits Sire Davis. He's going to be down at the 5-yard line where Peach County is going to have it first and goal. Nice looking drive.
And that was a good confident throw by Greg Williams there. Sees the window, fires the ball in there, and Peach County in business here. Really looking for a touchdown, as we used to say. Time to put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner.
I guess people say that. I don't say that, but I guess somebody
comes from
says
the greatest college football movie of all time, The Program. Cain is Abel.
Got a timeout on the field. Got an injured player down. Looks like it's going to be a Jefferson County player and a Peach County player. And that's number 54 for Peach County. And that's Dylan Leach. And that's tough because that's our center. I'm sorry. D'Anthony Lamar. Was looking at the wrong number.
Just saying.
Second down and 2.
But Halliday
Jefferson
going
County
in there.
2-yard line. And it's just going to be up the middle for a touchdown. Peach County, Donovan Howard. That was a nice little drive by Peach County to start out the third quarter. Take that. Count them. Do we have 12 on the field?
Jeff, what do you think Campbell said at half to get that second drive coming there?
He said you better get your tails in gear or we're going to be practicing Monday, win or lose. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, folks, with 9 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Peach County comes out, drives 65 yards for a 2-yard finish by a 2-yard touchdown run by Donovan Howard to put Peach County on top. 21-14, and that's how you answer a lackluster first half.
Definitely, and that's something Peach County wanted to do to start the second half, come out, get a score, and we'll see how they do on defense. I would expect Peach County's defense to be fired up here on their first attempt to stop Jefferson County. You guys are wimps. Yeah, it's called being properly dressed for weather conditions.
I'm wearing. You'll see what else I'm wearing.
Not really.
I'm
no, Jeff, keep your pants on. I was just kidding. Jeff has his pants on.
9 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Again, I kind of woke up the crowd just a little bit because Peach County fans, as cold as it is, they were sitting on their hands pretty much all night.
That
did get them up and talking a little bit. So it's going to be a pooch kick, and it's going to be and they're saying that Peach County took the ball. I swear, our guy touched it about 2 yards short, and he tipped it forward like a tip drill, and it looks like Peach County came out with it, but the referees are huddled.
They're going to leave it where – nope, they're pointing.
The side judge over here.
That would be a flag, though.
He threw a beanbag is what he threw. He didn't throw a flag. So now it looks like they may be discussing this to the point where they may turn the ball over.
Tell you what, it's rare on a call, though, that you see that many refs getting around and talking about. There's a lot of guys with input on this one, that's for sure.
Illegal touching on Peach County.
That is going to be a penalty.
And that's a good call because he touched it about a yard and a half, 2 yards early. We might still have got the ball anyway, but
Well, no, because that'll be a spot of the foul penalty.
No, I'm just saying we might still have gotten the ball, because if we had not touched it, we had enough guys there that would have been able to probably knock that guy on his tail and take the ball from him.
And I know people over here are booing on the Peach County side, but I think you're right, Jeff, on that call.
I'm just kind of curious about that. It's almost like a call of desperation to try an onside kick like that.
I think it speaks a lot to your defense.
Yeah. So Jefferson County is going to take over inside Peach territory at the 49, 1st and 10. We'll see what Peach County's defense does if they can wake up like their offense. And they're going to drop him for no gain. Peach County's coming out, at least on the first play on defense, a little bit more inspired than they were the whole first half.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, I really don't agree with that play call from Jefferson County's offense. They pull the backside tackle, and he's a big boy. He doesn't move very fast. That's just too much speed on Peach County's defense to pull him in to run that play, run that tackle trap.
That's easy for you to say. We'll try it. 2nd down and 10 for Jefferson County. The Peach County crowd is into it. Got right in the shotgun formation. They got them 4 wide receivers, and they're going to come out there and try that same play, and they're going to pick up about 6 yards with it. They've run that play very successfully tonight, and it's going to be
I think they're either going to call a late face mask on that play as well. Flag came in over there on the sideline.
I mean, that's something that it's almost like Madden football. You find a play that you can run, and you just keep hitting the B button.
There you go.
Or the A button,
that's
whatever
right.
it is.
And they are calling a face mask.
It is going to be a 1st down as they move the sticks. The ball is going to be placed down around the 30-yard line or pretty close to it.
And one of the reasons why that screenplay is working is Jefferson County is doing a great job of blocking with their wide receivers on the edge.
We have an officials timeout, and it looks like they're coming over to talk to Coach Campbell. He wants a number, I believe, is what he's looking for. That Tim Wilson out there, he fired up. I think this is probably game number something like that. I'm trying to find you some scores that may be of interest. We found one earlier that was kind of interesting. Buford is winning over Cedar Grove in the 3rd quarter, 20-13. Central Carroll is beating Pierce County 13-0, which is the of great interest of these teams here tonight, because that's who the winner of this team would play, the winner of that game, or the winner of this game play the winner of that game. Got right in shotgun, and now we're going to have a false start penalty, I do believe, on Jefferson County. And here goes the referee. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4.
I don't want to make fun of a guy, but usually you'll see a ref just spin it once or twice. He must be an Alabama fan.
It's gonna be
or he's a Football Friday Night fan. Roll.
First and 15 for Jefferson County. 8 minutes remaining. Quarter number 3. Trying to answer. The give is going to be to Mathis, who's getting hits, and he sneaks his way through the line. That's actually number 21, not Mathis, but the Cartavius Quarterman. He's going to pick up a few yards, probably close to about 5 or 6. It's going to bring up second.
Jeff, a score of interest. I don't know if you talked about it, but Central Carroll is beating Pierce County 13-0, and the winner of this game. So that's pretty important to where we're at.
Yeah, we're going to keep track of that one all night as it gets late, and they should be over before us because we did start later than most other schools. And it's going to be another tunnel screen, and they're going to pick up a good yardage, and it's just going to drag them into the end zone, And it looks like it's going to be
on the 1.
On the 1 yard line.
Tell you what,
Peach County was in position to almost pick that thing off.
And he made a tremendous play getting down there. And to be honest, he just manned up and bull rushed several defenders down there into the end zone, knocks over the pylon, very close to being called a touchdown.
Yeah, I thought when you hit the pylon, they normally gave you the touchdown.
Yeah, they usually do, but he's calling it.
Out of bounds.
That's about if you look down there, that's about as close as you can get to the goal line without being in. Tell you what.
We need a turnover.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Peach County has a knack for getting a turnover in this kind of situation. Hopefully they can get one here.
Maybe a penalty to back them up would be nice as well. And it's just going to be, and he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Mathis. So, once again, Jefferson County answers Peach County's touchdown with one of their own.
Tell you what, and we just really saw more of the same of what Jefferson County had in the first half, gashing Peach County with the screenplay. Peach County just unable to get off blocks on defense tonight. I know that's frustrating for the defense when you're getting blocked all over the place. Here, and let's watch this extra point. These have been quite interesting so far.
Yeah, it has. And we talked about penalties earlier on Pierce County, on Jefferson County, and the kick is good. So with 7 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter, we're tied up 21-21. We're going to keep it here, folks. Again, you're listening to our game on Play On Sports tonight with our sponsors, Best Deal on Furnitures and Mattress, On the Mark, Driving Range and Golf Pro Shop, Real Estate South, and Todd Youngblood over at K-Center. We're going to have to write these down. 13-6. Yeah, we're going to have to put these on paper for you, for me. But talking about penalties, that's custom golf and driving range. I'm sorry, penalty, a big penalty on third down really kept that drive alive for Pierce, I don't know why I keep saying Pierce County, Jefferson County. You said you had a score of 13-6?
13-6 into the third.
Central Carroll over Pierce. So I just hope we weren't looking forward or ahead to next week and overlook these guys, because like we were saying up here, Matt, earlier, the longer you let a team hang around that doesn't deserve to be – I don't say doesn't deserve to be in a game. That's not right.
Yeah, there's actually a really good article in the paper this morning by Jonathan Heater, just really talking about that, especially in the AAA bracket, how loaded it is, of how really no team could afford to look forward. And I think we're seeing a little bit of evidence of that tonight, that Jefferson's played well.
We need a run back here from a Peach County receiver, and he's going to go straight up the middle, and he's going to drop the ball, and it looks like Jefferson County is going to come out of there with it. He just carried it through there like a loaf of bread. And we'll see what they say. It's going to be Jefferson County ball on the 44-yard line, 43-yard line of Peach County, and Chad Campbell is kind of beside himself.
Tell you what, he was carrying that ball out there away from his body. You've got to secure the ball at 5 points, squeeze it, and Jefferson County's defense doing a good job of being able to swipe that and get it loose. Huge defensive series here for Peach County.
And that's Peach County's second turnover tonight. Peach County find themselves in a ball game here, folks. A little bit of movement there. There's not going to be called. It's going to be Mathis up the middle for 5 yards before he gets hit by several Peach County defenders, and they're going to carry him backwards, but they're going to mark forward progress all the way inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. It's going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 4, 2nd and 6. Yeah, Peach County's only been giving up 9, 10 points a game, averaging 37. Jefferson County has only averaged about 10 points a game.
They're above their average.
They're above their average, and we're below ours. And they're going to call, looks like a false start, hopefully, and it's a good thing because number 21, Quarterman, had the edge. Looked like it is going to be false start, so it's going to bring it back 5 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 11. Jacob has a new toy.
We're so proud of you, Jacob.
Going to end up with their 4 wide receivers on the right side of the field in that lovely set they like. And it's going to be on the ground, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 6 yards. That was right on a bad snap, so it's going to back them up inside their own territory, 3rd down, and looks to be about 17 yards, mark it at the 49.
Tell you what, that's exactly the medicine that the doctor ordered for this Peach County defense. Jefferson County kind of shooting themselves in the foot on the first 2 plays of this drive. Peach County is going to want to get a stop here after the turnover on the kickoff.
Yeah, Matt said, watch the screen. I agree with you, Matt, because they've ran that very successfully tonight, and it's going to be some type of pass because they have an empty set. And it's going to be on the turf, but he's going to pick it up, but he's going to be dropped for a loss. So that's going to be a great series by Peach County's defense. Well, almost a self-destruct by Jefferson County's offense.
I would say this is more self-destruct by Jefferson County, but hey, you'll take it any way you can get it, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said 8. No, I thought you said what's the number of the punter. Oh, they're it's going to be 4th down and 20. And the punt's going to be a wobbly kick, going to go down the field, and it's going to bounce around the 25-yard line where Peach County is going to take over. So they survive the fumble. But with 4 minutes and 34 seconds, Peach County finds themselves in a tie game, 21-21, with a 3-seed Jefferson County.
And I wouldn't say that Peach County has been caught looking ahead, Jeff, further on in the bracket. I don't think that's the case tonight. I think Jefferson County is actually just playing a really good ball game, offensively and defensively.
I agree with you. I think they're a pretty good team, better than it's looked, but they're killing themselves with mistakes.
They are, and right there they just jump off sides.
So it's going to be an easy first and 5 for Peach County. My heater. 1st and 5, Peach County. Williams drops, looks, and he's going to throw it out in a wheel route to DeMarcus, and they're going to say he's out of bounds. And both officials made that call about the same time, so I have to believe he was out, and Coach Campbell didn't make any.
And Coach Campbell standing right there where he caught the ball and really hasn't argued too much over that call.
Now, Jesse, you saw that, and you've seen what we've done all night. That might be a setup play for him to make a double move in a bit, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give this to Lowe, and he's going to be drugged down and try and break a tackle. And that's a great play by number 51, Brandon Corley. Yeah, you're right, linebacker who just came across and
came completely unblocked. And let me tell you, sometimes when you come completely unblocked, you're thinking, oh no, I'm about to get waylaid from the side, or you see a guy and you just get your ankles broken. But he did a great job of breaking down and making a really good tackle in the backfield.
So what was a 1st and 5 is turned into a 3rd and 7 for Peach County. DeMarcus, top of the screen. Zaire Davis at the bottom of the screen, both on man coverage. Greg looks, and he throws it, and he just hits Sire Davis, and they're going to say he catches, and that's going to be enough for a first down, and the man's turned into a pretty good second receiver.
Absolutely. He's been fantastic as coverage has been rolled over to DeMarcus. One thing Greg will definitely have to work on if he wants to take his game to the next level is looking through his progression. He was watching Sire the whole way. Something that if you can get a safety or that underneath coverage to read that a little bit better, they can be a pick.
We noticed DeMarcus came off kind of limping a little bit. Matt was saying you said he kind of hurt his hip in the first half.
Play down here, he kind of pulled his hip a little bit.
Oh, bad false start.
And with
at least he got his money's worth.
Yeah. and I think that cold weather's probably not helping it any either, is it?
He's still hobbling a little.
Yeah. That's going to bring up 1st and 15. We're at 3 minutes 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Each team has had the ball once, and both teams have scored a touchdown. Actually, Jefferson County had it second time. Sire Davis in motion. Greg Williams looks, he drops, he throws. He's got an open Sire Davis who makes a nice grab. Pickup of about 8 yards, going to bring up a second down and 6.
And there, DeMarcus serving as a decoy, running off the coverage. Sire able to slip in, running a nice little out route there.
It's going to be a toss sweep. Some blockers out. He cuts it back up inside. He nice little run by Keyshawn Lowe. He's going to have 8 yards, enough for the Peach County first down. And he absolutely lit up some linebacker or DB in there.
Yeah, Peach County doing a good job running the ball in the second half. They did very well at that in their first drive here.
First and 10, Peach County at the Jefferson County 45. Low up the middle, 5. He gets 7, almost 10 yards, enough close to a first down, and that was just a straight run right up the gut.
And when he got done running, he got ushered back over to the huddle. He wanted to talk a little bit about it, but fortunately, shepherded over to the huddle. No penalties or anything like that.
Call it a gain of 8, second and 2. I think this is where you might take a shot down the field, second and short. See what they do with it. Do have man, and that safety is not deep enough to be really helping anybody out.
He's playing run first anyway.
Now we have a timeout, and Coach Campbell is just going nuts. So with 1 minute and 59 seconds, Peach County is going to have it second and 2 from the Jefferson County 36-yard line. Try and check on some scores here real quick while Jesse, you run through our sponsors.
We want to thank Best Deals Furniture and Mattresses. Go see Matt, not in Perry, but in Roberta. I was about to call you Matt Roberta. That is not your name. You can also do that. We also want to thank Ben McDaniel and Ben's Custom Golf and Driving Range. They're over there on Highway 41. You can go in there, hit some golf balls. Also go in the pro shop there. Ben can make clubs for you. You can order clubs. Got my putter from there. Of course, it hadn't helped my golf game at all, but I have a very nice putter, that's for sure. Also want to thank On the Mark Custom Screen Printing. You can have banners made, vehicle wraps done there. Also, you can get T-shirts. Also want to thank Sandy to Real Estate South and Associates. If you have any real estate needs, whether you're looking to sell, contact them at 956-5050. Back to
Thank you, Jesse. And, without all of us tonight and not watching this game.
K-Center.
And the K-Center. That's right, the K-Center. Greg Williams drops, looks down the field. He throws it up. He's got DeMarcus Robinson streaking past, and he's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown. No flags. 37 yards. The DB's kind of saying he got pushed off, and there might have been a little contact there.
There might have been.
Get that call.
think DeMarcus got away with a little bit there, but not enough. Tell you what, the defensive back there assured itself falling down well.
He did. So that's 37 yards. See if Peach County can now defensively hold Jefferson County again. Up, and the kick is good. So, folks, with 1 minute and 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Peach County back on top, 28-21.
Jeff, that was a pretty good drive right there with Peach County taking. Here's Air Davis. Man-to-man out here like we talked about after a timeout and a very to have to take a timeout in that position. But I guess it worked out and got it worked out and got the lead back in 28-21.
Yeah, and he's going out to the huddle like he's
he
wants to talk
give him
to
the
him.
what for. I'm sure it's all kind and caring. Not really. Well, for our first broadcast, guys, I don't think we've done that bad. We still got some growing pains and figuring out a little bit about what's going on, and it's actually a lot warmer up here in the booth. This sideline reporting is kind of overrated tonight with the coldness, for the record. So it's really not that bad up here.
No, it's not too bad. 55-7, Waco over Pike County. That's a final. LaGrange, I think that's LaGrange, 56 over Chastity 30. The kick by Cervantes is going to be deep, and it's going to be and they're going to let him bring it out. I guess he caught it on the 1, and he's going to be tackled outside. He's not going to reach the 20, down to the 15-yard line. St. Pius 72 to Dawson's 28. That's not a basketball score.
Oh my gosh.
And they don't throw the ball. They just straight
run.
line up and run it against you. Thompson wins 27-3. North Hall 38-7 over. Not sure who they were playing. Try and find you a Pierce County score.
20-6 Central Carroll.
20-6 Central Carroll. Probably the fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter.
3 minutes left.
3 minutes remaining. 20-6 Central Carroll. So that's a great interest here. The give is going to be to Mathis, who tries to get outside, and he's not going to get the corner, and he's going to be dropped for a gain. That may be a gain of a yard, but that was great play, and that wasn't that was Quarterman, and it was played perfectly by number 23, Gibson.
It was. It absolutely was. That's what Peach County wants to do. They want to force Jefferson County to run to the outside. Jefferson County's had all their success running the ball tonight in between the guards.
So, we talk about these type games. These are the kind of games championship teams have. They don't play well, but they seem to come out on top. Hopefully this is one of those, and we're going to get a timeout from Jefferson County. He was trying to call it, and no one would give it to him.
Nobody was paying attention to him.
So 59 seconds remaining. Yeah, so Central Carroll, it looks like they're up by 14 points with 3 minutes remaining in that game, and that's a big game for the two teams here, because the winner, which means the winner of this team
That
game.
was 3 minutes in the third quarter. I lied.
Okay, well,
I have a final.
You have a final?
Parkview has defeated Walton 20-17.
Start the fourth quarter, 20-14, Central Carroll.
okay.
Didn't you have a scoreboard or something, Jesse, that you used to get, AJC or something?
It's the Atlanta Sports.
They update theirs so slow sometimes.
Yeah, it's not a. They don't do a very good job with it. South Effingham 43, West Side 17. Yeah, that's not in the. I don't think it's a final.
The final for Waco is Waco 55, Pike 7.
So it's 2nd down and 9 here. It's going to be Mathis up the middle, and he's going to drive for a couple of yards, but it's going to probably be a pickup of about 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Wow. So we're going to have a dead ball here. Looks like there's going to be a false start on Jefferson County with 17 seconds. And Chris Jackson was having a word with the official over there. I'm not sure. Actually, the official was having a word with Chris Jackson. It is going to be.
It's going to be a false start there, and I think our official there did a little bit longer. We're going to get a clock on him next time.
That may be. We may not get this play off, and they may be just content to go to the other end of the field, which is looks like that's what's going to happen. So with the end of the 3rd quarter, folks, it's going to be Peach County 28, Jefferson County 21. All right, folks, we're getting ready to start quarter number 4. Jefferson County 3rd down and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Big defensive stand so far for Peach County. Wright looks, he throws it down the field, and if he throws it into the ground, or else it would have been intercepted. So that's going to bring up a punting situation for Jefferson County, which is a good defensive stand there, Jesse, by Peach County there.
It is, and that's what they wanted. Hopefully be able to get some points here on offense and turn this into a 2-possession ball game.
Coach Mackey was down there. He was really clapping and moving around like he was preaching. The punting tonight's been an eventful time. DeMarcus Robinson is back. He's only on the 40-yard line, so we'll see what happens if Peach County goes for the block. And it is blocked, and it's going to be scooped up, and he's going to scamper into the end zone. That's number 20 for Peach County, into the end zone for a touchdown. Peach County, no flags. So that's going to be a defensive touchdown for Peach County on the first play in quarter number 4.
And we've been saying it all night, just about how to block kick. I think every time Jefferson County's been out there to kick, their special teams has definitely been a weakness for them this year. And Peach County finally able to get the ball and had a scoop and score.
That's your favorite term.
Put a Trojan 6 on it.
The kick by Cervantes is up, and the kick is good. So, folks, with 11 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the ball game, Peach County stretches their lead 35-21 on a Baskin-Robbins special. Scoop and score.
Scoop and Guys, I'll explain what the Baskin-Robbins scoop and store once we're off the air.
All right, folks, 35-21, Alfredo Cervantes getting ready to kick it off. I imagine he's going to kick it deep here. He does kick it, and it's going to fly down into the end zone where Jefferson County is going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. And you really see what happens.
And you really feel once Peach County's up now by 2 touchdowns, you really have the feeling like they're able to pull away from this. I think Jefferson County was going to be able to stay in this ball game as long as they kept it close, but really their offense is not built to be able to come back on this. They don't have a deep threat, not able to move the ball down the field in chunks, and so Peach County's defense, while they can't give up here, definitely have the feeling like Peach County should be able to pull this out with just under 12 minutes left to go.
We do have a final, our first final out of our region tonight that we can see is Carver doubles up Dodge County 42-21. The give is to Mathis up the middle, and he's just going to bull his way for about 2 yards, and that's going to do nothing but eat the clock. We're going to clock continues to move. We're about to hit 11 minutes. Give it to the Jefferson County fans. They haven't left. They're in force. It's going to be Mathis who gets driven back, and he's going to go down hard. A loss of about 4 yards, and he gets up. He's all fired up. Nigel Mathis, number 28, senior running back. He got up all fired up. He feels his season coming to an end and his career probably. He's going to run over into that 4 wide receiver set and try and run that screen, I would imagine, that they've been successful with. And they're just going to heave it down the field, and it's going to be caught, but he's going to be out of bounds. That's number 3, Xavier Hawthorne, who is defended by Emmanuel Pitts.
Tell you what, though, he made a great athletic play to get his hands on it, bring it down, but couldn't get his feet in bounds.
How wide is the field? Is it like 52.5 yards?
53.
53 yards. We needed it to be 54, didn't he?
Or he just needed to get his feet in play.
He needed to be playing on a soccer field.
Or he couldn't have, or just thrown that where it wasn't a desperation throw. And
soccer pitch.
And here comes the punt team.
This has been eventful. That's a big old up back he's got there too. And they almost get to it, but they don't. It's going to down the field, and it's going to be picked up by DeMarcus. Dangerous, but he picks it up. 35-yard line. Peach County is going to take it over 1st and 10, and they're going to try and drive this down and put the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, and.
You almost wonder with his little hip tweak how long he'll be out there returning kicks tonight.
Yeah, I would think they might be ready to shut him down with 10 minutes remaining in a 14-point lead.
Especially because if Peach County's able to move the ball like they have been in the second half, they should be able to go up by 3 touchdowns.
It's going to be Keyshawn, who goes nowhere because he had 0 blocking there. He's going to be dropped by number 31, Akevius Gilmore, senior linebacker.
And we're seeing here some things from Jefferson County. We said at the beginning of the game, you know, that they've been inconsistent all year. They've had some series on defense where they've just been outstanding, and right there is a good example, but we'll see a little bit later on in this drive what Peach County is able to do.
Here's the fans from Jefferson County yelling up a storm over there. It's going to be Keyshawn. He's going to get him some good blocking up the middle. Going to pick up about 5 yards, maybe 6 across inside the 30, but there is a flag on the play. Probably going to be coming back. It is going to be on Peach County. DeMarcus is really hobbling. Yeah. It is going to be a 15-yard. I didn't see what they call. They call a chop block, Jesse?
Yes. You are correct. Tell you what, Peach County's starting to get a reputation for that this season for sure.
They are. South Effingham 43, Westside 33 final score. That's a 4 over a 1. Is that right? It does happen. Peach County shifting all over the field. Greg Williams drops, looks. He's trying to run a screen. He's going to be dropped for a loss of about 10 yards. Slammed to the turf by number 50 from Kentavious Murray from Jefferson County. So Peach County going the wrong way. It's going to be 3rd down in Montezuma.
Tell you what, Peach County really shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and then just lack of blocking, taking a big sack there.
I smell a draw play coming
on. Barring a huge play here, Peach County's going to give up the opportunity to go up three scores.
I just feel a draw play coming and see what they can get and punt the ball away because it's 3rd down and 31. Although we do have single coverage on this side over here, but we're going to get a timeout, I believe, from Peach County. Coach Campbell going to talk it over. So 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the ball game. Peach County down to 1 timeout. Jefferson County has 2. We're going to continue to keep some scores here for you, but we do again want to hit our sponsors again. Best deal on furniture and mattress, owner and operator Matt Perry, Real Estate South and Associates. On the mark, T-shirts and custom screen printing. Ben McDaniel's custom golf and driving range. We'll get these down pat pretty soon. And Todd Youngblood and Youngblood and the folks over at again, thank you for guys stepping up this week and making this a possibility tonight because it's been a better game than we thought it was going to be. Well, that's for sure.
And you gotta compliment these young men and these coaches too, guys. I mean, you go in at halftime, you tied up, shockingly tied up, and you come out and you play a good third, fourth quarter on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's big, lot to build on, and you still got some key guys out like you talked about. But hey, let's go ahead and get another one on them.
I agree with you there, Matt. Maybe we can. It is going to be, he's going to pull it and try and get it around the edge, and he's going to get him some blocking, but he's not going to get a first down. It's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards, and Jefferson County played it well.
It's pretty good speed right there on that corner. You know, he's come a long way since that knee injury, y'all, and he may be hitting his stride right here at the end of the year. He looks like he's picked up a couple of steps. He's lost that wide eyes he had at Carver. He was that big number 10, I think he dreamed about him for a couple of weeks now, but he's come back and looks like he's making the turn here. Going to punt it on 4th down.
DeMarcus kicks it away. It's a low line drive, and he's going to be taken on the hop, but he's going to fumble it. And then that's got to be a flag. Yeah, that was about a good 4 or 5 seconds after the. Yeah, that's what happens when you're standing around the pile, though.
That's right. Yeah, that's a there you go.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. While I understand the flag there, look, you got to keep your head on a swivel in a vicious cockfight like this, guys. And let me tell you something. You don't stand around a pile when the ball's loose and just stand there. My coach used to say this all the time. Don't stand there with your thumb up your butt because you're going to get your head knocked off. And that's exactly what happened. Give the guy from Jefferson had a little extra effort on that play. And I want to say this. He got his money's worth out of that 15-yard penalty right now.
He's going to get a helmet sticker. We don't do stickers anymore.
And it wasn't a dirty hit. It wasn't like helmet to helmet. I mean, he just came in
and
there.
He didn't get him from behind either.
No. Man. Oh, I love football.
I know. And it was definitely after the whistle, but he didn't come in behind. He hit him mano a mano.
Oh, man. Y'all verify that. Pierce County lost like 27 points.
I hadn't seen.
It's going to be a no gain on that tunnel screen that they've been trying to run, and they've been successful with all night long. We're getting reports that Pierce County has lost. We're trying to verify that because if that is in fact the case, and this game ends up this way, we will be home this week for Thanksgiving.
Next week.
What did I say? I'm sorry. We'll be home next week.
It says 27-14 with 3 minutes left.
Well, you said that a while ago.
Yeah, but I lied then.
All right. So, anyway, we're going to keep you posted here. It's 35-14 or 35-21. We still got a game on our hands. We got to make sure we get a stop here. It is second down and 12. Quarterback drops back. He's got a wide-open receiver who makes a great grab. That's number 21 for Jefferson County.
And that might be their best passing play of the evening.
It might
be,
besides
just a
the
great
total
throw.
screen.
That was his best throw. Tremendous catch, laying out for it and coming down with it.
The style, he don't get style points. They look like he shot put it out there. But at any rate, that's going to move it all the way out to the 48-yard line. Going to give them a 1st and 10. So keep it right here, folks. 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Clock is running, but who knows? They punch it in here quickly. Onside kick, you never know what might happen. It's going to be Mathis, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be driven back short. He's going to actually lose 4 yards. They hit him in the backfield, and that play, Jesse, has just not worked at all tonight.
No, it hasn't. The reason why is it's such a slow-developing play, and if there's any weakness in Peach County's defense, it's when you run right at them, and that's what you got to do. You can't with unless you have superior speed. And to be honest, there's really nobody in the state that's going to have too much faster guys than Peach County on defense.
Second down, 13 yards to go. We've just went under 7 minutes. Peach County with a 2-touchdown lead, 35-21. Jefferson County has it on their own 46-yard line. Right looks. It's going to be an inside reverse, and he's not going anywhere. That's number 21, Quarterman. He's going to be dropped for no gain on the play. Carrollton, a winner over Stevens County tonight, 40-7.
Carrollton, without a doubt, the nicest high school football stadium we've ever been in.
I'd play an away game there every week if we had to.
I was freezing.
Yeah, we weren't. Buford 41-27 over Cedar Grove in the fourth quarter. Thompson 27-3 over Jackson in the third quarter. Some of these scores are probably later than this, but trying to get them for you. Third and long. Right, drops. He looks. He's got plenty of time. He throws a screen pass. He overthrows his receiver. It's going to bring up a 4th and 13.
Look at that.
Central Carroll 13-0 over Pierce County at halftime.
No, I had 20. No.
We're trying to get that score for you, folks.
I had it with 2 minutes left. Hold on.
North Hall defeated Woodward Academy 38-7. Callaway over Tattnall County 42-7 in the third quarter. Washington County, I have 48-0 halftime, but I think that scored up 55 to.
And I've got the Carver final. Carver 42, Dodge 21.
Down the field, it's going to be intercepted by DeMarcus at the 30. He's going to beat the 25, and they got a good block on the edge. He's trying to go back across the field. He gets some blocks, but he's going to be down around the 50. And I tell you what, the Peach County Trojans were doing some headhunting there for a second. They were trying to find somebody to hit.
Yeah, they were.
That should just about do it because Peach County is going to take over with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. It was a wounded duck going down the field, and DeMarcus Robinson was really just playing center field.
Also a final, Thompson 27, Jackson 3.
Matt, what was that score you had Valdosta?
43-10.
Said Valdosta lost. Keyshawn Lowe on a toss sweep. He's going to pick up about 3 yards into Jefferson County territory, where it's going to bring up a second down and 6 at the Jefferson County 47. Is that the second year in a row Valdosta's had a first round exit?
I don't know if they went out first round last year, but they did go out early. And let me tell you, those folks at Valdosta High School, the boosters down there, they're not. They don't take too kindly to early exits from the playoffs. That's for sure.
Colvin in motion. It's going to be Keyshawn. No, that's Washington up the middle. He's going to be stopped for no gain. That's 51. Corley, senior linebacker on the tackle. It's going to bring up a third down and 5. We're under 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact. DeMarcus is noticeably limping. Greg Williams under center, changing the play. Donovan Howard in motion. Looks out, and he hits Zaire Davis, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down. Punting situation probably for
and that was
Campbell
just a bad throw. He didn't set his feet before he started to throw the ball and kind of dives that one into the ground.
Wayne County 35, Baldwin 14. That's a final two. I'm not sure.
The whole region lost. That's Westside, Perry, Baldwin, and Mary Persons.
Did Mary Persons lost tonight? Because they were winning earlier.
Okay, maybe not then.
They may be 1-3 tonight. That's our old region.
That's right. Well, nobody's won in our region but us either.
True.
Jackson and Carver.
DeMarcus holds the ball, and then he kicks it away, and it's going to go down inside the 15-yard line where it rolls dead. And then we get a guy coming in late. They love to hit late. And there comes a late flag, and he hit the man in the helmet. And that was number 62 who came in there late, Joe Brantley, junior defensive lineman. And this was in the back. Who was it, Jesse? The NFL player got hit in the eye?
Orlando Pace. That's why, if you've ever noticed, sometimes it seems a little bit extra flair. But the officials are actually taught at referee school now to throw your flag straight up in the air or as high as possible so it comes down instead of going forward. That was a bad throw there. Amazing throw to zing it off a guy's helmet. But if you've never seen a penalty flag, it actually has some magnetic weight sometimes in the bottom. They're fairly hefty. And Orlando Pace got knocked in the eye. Had to have some eye problems with it, and eventually
ended up retiring, right?
Yeah, he had to retire a little bit early because of that.
I thought a lot of officials didn't. I thought they used like rice or something in those. Is that right? Is that not right?
The last time I picked up a flag and threw it back, it was It had like a magnet in it.
That was back in the 60s, right?
I'm not that old.
We have a timeout. That's Peach County's third and final timeout. 4 minutes and 5 seconds.
By the way, I'll just say it's always a bad idea to pick up a flag. Always.
Well, I'll say this now. I graduated high school in 1978. One of the guys I was playing with, they threw a flag, and the referees, after they sorted everything out, they're looking around, where's my flag? I found it later. The guy, when he came off the field, one of my friends, he had stuffed it down his pants, and he took the flag with him at the end of the game. And that's why they call carry extra flags. All right, Matt, we're gonna let you run through these sponsors tonight for us.
Best deals on furniture and mattresses in Roberta, Georgia. Ben McDaniel's custom golf driving range out there on Zip 41. It is On the Mark. Custom printing and screen printing, Miss Dorinda over there. Real Estate South and Associates, everything they do in Byron. Go see Lucinda. Looks like Coach Campbell brought his guys over here, and we had a huddle, and kind of explained to them, huddle, that's what teacher L, and that just to make sure our guys understand that we don't need to react and cost yourself, because, Jesse, if you get kicked out here, you don't get to play next week.
That's right. That's right.
And we know what happened to us several years ago with M.L. King, or actually with Doherty. It's going to be an incomplete pass out in the flat with 4 minutes exactly remaining. Peach County is going to have a 2-touchdown lead. It looks like they got this thing in hand. Again, folks, we're still searching for a final score on that Pierce County Central Carroll score or game. Westminster over Pepperell 34-0. That's a final. Early County leading Bleckley County 18-13. Heard County 56, Rabun County 29. That's a final. GAC over, is that Model or Modell?
We'll just go with Modell.
Modell, that sounds better. They lost 35-6.
Well,
it's going to be right up the middle, or Mathis, I'm sorry, and he's going to be stopped for no gain, so it's going to be third down and long.
And I would think them not passing here, they've pretty much given up on the game.
McIntosh County Academy over East Lawrence 27-6. Calhoun on their way to another state title themselves, winning 42-10. They defeated Wesleyan. Washington Wilkes over Bowden 38-20. Lamar County big over Cook 51-13. That's a final. Lovett over Coosa 27-0. That's a final. Thomas County Central and Creekside are tied 14-14 in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be completed down to the 30-yard line. That's number 9 for Jefferson County. That was a nice play. Chantrez Wicker on a great catch. He's a senior tight end, and that was a pretty good throw there from Wright.
It was one of his better-looking throws of the night, and just a good play there. Got behind the coverage, which is kind of baffling when you think that they were playing a safe zone there.
I have a final score. TBD defeated TBD 17-10.
The next game in that bracket will be TBD.
TBD. Still haven't updated the Pierce County Central Carroll score. I'm sorry? So we're at 2.5 minutes remaining, and kind of strange to see Jefferson County not in any kind of hurry, and there's really 2 plays away.
There's enough time for them to make this happen, but no urgency here.
Especially with a couple of timeouts. Everybody moved but the center. He didn't snap the ball.
If he were to, I think we got about a 6-second false start signal there. But if they should actually call that on the center instead of the entire offense besides the center. Yeah, kind of surprised here by just kind of the lack of urgency from Jefferson County.
That's going to back them up, and it's going to be a second down and about 14 yards from their own, from the Peach County 34, and now we get another false start, and
that's going to be on number 9.
Self-destructing right now. Well, 9 and 3 both left about the same time, and that's going to back them on up another 5, and that puts it at the 2-minute mark. Going to be a timeout on the play from Jefferson County. That's going to leave them with 1. All right, folks, we again want to thank all of our sponsors tonight that made this possible as we embark on a new adventure on Play On Sports, who is the Georgia High School Association's sponsor, official partner, I'm sorry. But you see our sponsors scrolling across there, and we can do the you guys can see that, and it's actually a pretty neat little feature. Jacob has had a pretty good evening tonight figuring this stuff out. We promise to get better week in and week out. By the time we go to the Dome in week 15, we should be pros again with a new system. So it's going to be second down and 19 at the Peach County 39-yard line. Fans are still hanging out. Both of them. Throws it down the field. It's going to be intercepted, and it's going to be taken back for a distance, and he may go all the way. He has a convoy with the quarterback out there, and there's a flag. It's going to be a block in the back. And then we got another flag because number 28 comes in and just throws another one, and then he comes after him, and he's going to be ejected. I can't see that they're going to keep him in the game because he just kind of came after him twice.
And that's just some frustration there coming out at the end of the game as you kind of see their season coming down to an end.
Yeah, you hate to see it because they played hard all night long, and you hate to see one knucklehead go out there and do what he just did because somebody could get hurt and somebody could, it's just.
But the good thing is that he didn't take a cheap shot. He just shoved a guy. I mean, it wasn't anything. He didn't even take a swing.
Yeah, dead ball on Jefferson County, and I know they had to throw that flag, but it seemed like the quarterback just kind of ran over there and then just fell down.
I don't know. The block in the back?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it wasn't necessary, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think he just ran over there and he turned his back and we blocked him.
Yeah, but it's still a block in the back. I mean,
but I think he slowed down and made
Jeff,
us
I understand that you think that every penalty called against Peach County is a horrible penalty. For
not
the most
every
part.
penalty, just that one
just 99% of them.
99% of them, yeah. Not a homer. We have a personal foul against Jefferson County.
Did you just say you weren't a homer?
That's what I said.
Lightning strike, guys. Watch out.
Then they get this sorted out. We'll see where it happens with it. I would imagine we may just take a knee here instead of trying to run any plays because,
just hand the ball off. I mean, yeah, you don't want to get anybody hurt. It's almost where you kind of almost feel like you might want to send out the second team offense just to.
Maybe we'll just send Darryl across the field, the Trojan man, to take on the Warrior who's standing in the ends down around the 10-yard line. I think Peach County's going to try and put another 7 spot on the board.
That can come back to bite you, though.
I think it can, but they line it up like they're not going to take a knee.
Hey, you got a bigger goal than trying to show up Jefferson County right now. Just hand the ball off, run the clock.
Now we have an official's timeout. And I don't know if he's hurt or what they're saying, but he doesn't want to go off the field. Still searching for a final on that Pierce County game. I'm surprised Heat's tweets hadn't put something out. Have you been on Twitter?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I mean, it is hard. Do they even have internet in Pierce County?
Where is Pierce? That's down around Blackshear. That's down there by.
You drive to nowhere, right in the middle of it.
Then you turn right.
Then you take a right and go to utter darkness.
Well, wherever, folks. We're either going to be on the road or we're going to be here.
Good
And we're hoping we're going to be here.
Awake or we're going to be asleep.
So it's going to be daytime. It's going to be nighttime.
We're going to win or we're going to lose.
Do they ever change the rule about championship games ending in a tie?
They have another flag on the play.
Was that Dublin a couple years ago? Like, there's two of them in 1 year that the championship games ended in a tie. Horrible.
Yeah. Dublin and Lincoln.
It was Dublin and double A.
Yeah, I think
It was
Lincoln
the 4A
County
and 2A
in the
that-
8
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, Peachtree. I think it was Peachtree Ridge and somebody else in 4A or 5A.
Peachtree City, the town home of the golf cart.
Golf carts. So it's going to be 1 minute and 39 seconds. Clock starting. We're at 1 minute and 35 seconds. It's going to be Donovan Howard just up the middle. And he's going to be slung down for a gain of maybe a yard. Clock's just going to continue to run. Well, we'll have to get on the vent tonight and kind of see.
27-27, 48 seconds.
What is it?
Pierce County, 27-27, 48 seconds. 27 apiece.
So there you go, folks. 27-27, Pierce County and Central Carroll.
48 seconds.
And it's going to be Donovan Howard up the middle, and he's just going to rumble down inside the 10 to around the 5-yard line. That's probably going to be the last play of the game.
I just have no clue.
Victory.
Marcus out there, he hobbled onto the field.
It's that victory for him, I know. And that is going to be the last play of the game. So with that, folks, Peach County is going to take the win. Hard fought, and it was a tough one, but they come out on top 35-21. And we're going to see what type of reception we get at midfield here. And we're going to hold on for that score because we heard it's 27-27 Pierce County and Central Carroll. But anyway, folks, your final here tonight is going to be Peach County 35-21 Jefferson County. So we'll be in touch with you, and we'll let you know where we go next week. You've been listening to the Peach County Trojans on Play On Sport Network with Peach County High School. This has been Jeff Bell alongside Matt Perry and Jesse Fortson, Vic Hedgepeth on the camera, and Jacob Gresham, our technology specialist tonight, keeping us up to date on the board. Folks, we'll see you next week from either Anderson Stadium or way across Georgia, where Pierce County is playing. We're out, folks.